All right. All right. So my name is again Samantha Hevege. So we are starting from the grade 8, Cambridge ICT as computer science. Let me take my epic pen. Okay. Right. So this is your book, right? So I think I actually I brought because I brought this book because if I want to conduct the classes, I should have this book with you, right? So I have taken some scan copies from the mobile, and so for the up to this, I think first chapter, close to first chapter, yeah. So we start from this, right?
Yes, sir.
Give me a second. Right here, uh, right here. This we just go through the contents, right? This is the
Yes.
first chapter. You will have a networking concept, right? So
Okay.
networking concept. So this is about the what do you mean by the network, and also in the here we have discussed why we need the network, what are the type of network, the what kind of a topologies we have, and the what do you mean by the protocols, and what do you mean by the transmission media, right? And the networking devices and the networking security. So this is normally every most of the most of the when you compare with the edXL and the local syllabus, these chapters, these concepts are normally they put into the middle of the book, right? Not to the
First.
this first chapter. But anyway, that doesn't matter, right? So that's how your book make it. So we will go through from this level, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is the first page. So we will, I don't want to elaborate everything. We will come to later. Here we'll straight away jump to the concept. Okay, networking concept, right? So what there, so I will give the brief about what do you mean by the network, because coming to this, right, then you will understand what's that network, right? What do you mean by the computer network, right?
Uh,
Computer network. Right. Computer network. Normally, I will give the small definition of the computer. The computer is an electronic machine, right? It's an electronic machine,
yes.
right? Electronic machine where you can enter commands, right? Enter commands and instructions, right? Enter commands and instructions into the computer using input devices, right? Use the input devices and do some processing, or do some processing, do some manipulation, right? Do some manipulation within the computer and get some result, right? And get some outcome, right? Get some outcome. So so this is the small definition of the, so normally we are from, you are getting outcome from the, you can say, output devices, right?
Yes.
This is the basic understanding about the computer. The computer kind of a electronic machine. You from the, from this, the using the peripheral devices or the input output devices, you are, right, inputting the data and information into the system, and you do some processing, right? For
Yes.
example, do some calculation, manipulation, some processing, right, which is under PC, and you will get some result according to what you need. So this is the definition of the electronic machine or the computer, right? So, and now we will go to what does mean, I mean, what is the meaning of computer network? Any idea?
Internet. Now,
Very
two
good.
or more computers connected.
Very good. That's good. Two or more computers, right? Two or
Yes.
more computers which are connected. We say two or more computers which are interlinked, right? Which
Internet.
are interlinked. Interlinked means one to another, it's connected. That's the idea about the interlink or interconnected, whatever you call interconnected or interlink, right? Interlink. Two or more computers which are interconnected, interlinked, right? For what? What is the reason? For exchanging. So what you are going to exchange in? Exchanging,
Data.
yeah, exchanging information, data and information, right? Data and information between these computers, right? Between these computers, right? Between
Yes.
these computers, and by using some transmission channel, So, in order to have a network, we should have a medium, right? Some transmission channels, right? Or medium. For example, we can say, for example, satellite, right?
Yes.
Microwave, right? We say RF radio frequency, that is Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, right? Infrared, right? Oh, you can use a cable connection, the UTP cable, right? Whatever the connections, right? So microwave connections, right? Satellite connections, wireless connections, and the
What's
cabling.
microwave connection?
Yeah, I will come to later. Cabling
Okay, sir.
connections, right? These are, I'm giving the just example,
Okay, sir.
right? So these technologies, right, use for communicating data between one to another, right? So that's the
Okay.
idea about the microwave. That's the idea about the this computer network. I mean, actually, this is called transmission media or transmission channels. In order to transfer data and information, there should be a medium. No, now assuming that
Yes.
you want to send something to your, for example, your friend in USA, right, America.
Okay.
So how do you send it? So, right, what is the medium you are using? For example, we say you using the internet. Okay, you are using the internet so it's a network, but how the internet is connected? We say that it's connected through the
Mobile.
cables or whatever, the satellite. So that's how. So anyhow, you are going to transfer your data and your information to some other place in, wherever in the country or the region or the around the world, right? That is we
Yes.
use for transmission channels. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's the whole idea about these computers network, right? Example, I will draw like this. We say we have computers. Assume these are computers, right? We have computers. Assume these are interlinked, interconnected, right? Computers are interconnected, right? So if you want,
Yes.
we can have another set here, right? Okay, so these are, we say, PCs. These are computers. So we
Okay.
have a one to another connections. We say using the cable connection, right?
Okay.
cable connection. So one to another it connected,
Yes.
right? So now this is a kind of a small network. See, we have two or more computers. So these all are interconnected or interlinked, and they are going to transfer some document from here to here. Transfer, right? So transfer data and information,
Mm.
right? So this is the whole idea about the computer network,
Network.
right? So in
Yes.
order to in order to have a network, you should have things. You should have two or more computers. First one. Then those should be interconnected. Those should be interconnected in some other way. The connection might happen a lot of ways, using wireless, right?
Wired.
Use it wired, anything, right? And what is the objective of the computer network? Exchange. Exchange data and information
Information.
between. Yeah. So another thing you should have the telecommunication. Telecommunication channel. That means how we are going to interconnect these machines.
Those Wi-Fi cable. All
Yeah,
this.
Wi-Fi, all the stuff, right? So
Okay, sir.
this is the whole idea about the computer network, right?
Okay, sir.
Now we will come to your book. Right, these days computers are used at almost every place, such as offices, shops, and homes. Yeah, you know, we have a free Wi-Fi area. We say free Wi-Fi zone, right? Free Wi-Fi zone. In this free Wi-Fi zone, every mobile devices, your tablets, right? Your smartphone get connected to the nearest Wi-Fi locations.
Wi-Fi.
So these Wi-Fi zones are provided, in the most of the, even in Sri Lanka nowadays, most of the, I think, but in foreign countries, this is everywhere. The internet, this kind of a thing is free of charge. But in Sri Lanka, some places, normally airport and all, they can have a free Wi-Fi. So you can, there is no password. You can, check your, we say the SSID, your name. See, if I want to check my SSID, see if I think you can see my board, right?
Yes.
See these are called SSIDs, right?
Okay.
Right? These are called, we name as SSIDs, right? These are now actually I have this is SLT fiber is my connection. So this is nearest connection, some I think some other, I don't know whether, but anyway, these connections are nearby, right? Close by
Yes.
close to my home. I mean, not bigger than, I think this my neighboring house, right? They are using these, we say that the kind of a we will come to later, the SSID, right? That is a kind of identification where your Wi-Fi connection, the name of the Wi-Fi you have. So normally we are get connected to here. Now, if I want to connect it, I will go to connect and connect like this, right?
Okay.
So this is available Wi-Fi. So it's get connected. Got it?
Yes.
All right. So that's it. So I can't connect to others. So if I try to connect to, we say we disconnect. If I try to connect to some other own Wi-Fi, other, so they have
Password.
protected using password and all, right? So that's what,
Yes.
right? Right. So here, so normally what I want to tell you is, shopping malls,
Yeah.
airports, normal the public places, they have this free Wi-Fi zone, right? You just there is no password like that. The password will not prompt. No
Okay.
password prompt, right? So you can connect, you can get connected, and you can browse your emails, whatever the some apps, WhatsApp, Viber, and those kind of things. And you
Yes.
can access social media, for example, FB, Instagram, that kind of thing, right? All right.
Yes.
So we will come to here. Computer networks have extended the power of the computer beyond the expanse of the room. With the progress in technology, these computer networks form the core of communication. This is a good word, right? What they are saying, right? With the progress of the technology, these computer network, actually, now the computer network, it's not a just a computer, this just not like just a network, right? It call the core of the communication. Why you are calling this core of the communication?
Without
Core.
network, we can't communicate.
Yeah, we say that core of the communication. That means
Um,
this would be the essential part of the computer system. Any computer system in the world at the moment, the computer network is the core, like a heart of the system. If the
yes.
network is down, nothing is there, right? Assuming that now my Wi-Fi is got Wi-Fi connection down. What if my Wi-Fi connection goes down? What will happen? Definitely,
Our
my
service can.
this Zoom call will be disconnected,
Yes.
because without the network we will isolate it. We say isolated, right? If you don't
Yes.
have a network, you can't access the internet. You can access the YouTube. You can't access whatever, Google, nothing. So we will be isolated, right? So nowadays the computer network is like a heart of the system everywhere, right? So that's why this core of core means main. Core idea means main.
Essential.
Yeah, essential. Very good. Essential, main, vital, right? Important, right? So
Okay.
those idea, core. The core of the network is the computer network, or core of the communication would be the computer network. So not like earlier days, nowadays everybody very caring of their network, because if the network is
Yeah.
breached, lot of things happen, right? Lot of malicious activities come, right? If your network is breached, someone else using some hacking tools, so they can do a lot of things. They can take your data malicious your system, they can malicious your computer programs, they can take your data, they can they can do they can make your data with dummy data, and they can blackmail you, and they can earn some money, they can do some financial benefit from your data. A lot of stuff happening,
Yeah.
right? Lot of evil I mean evil types things happen if your computer network is breakdown, or the especially the hacked by someone else. Because if the computer network is hacked, they can have access to everything in your computer, right?
Yeah.
Assuming that if you have a banking system, if the banking system, see, many of millions of transaction happening, right, in a banking system. If someone hack the banking system, and they do some illegal transferring back and forth from some other accounts, what will happen to the banking system? So banking system will, that's a kind of a, we say that it's a corruption, right? It's a
Yeah.
malicious activity. So that's the importance of the computer network, right? Right. We will talk later those things. Right. Here, so the biggest network in the world at the moment, we call the internet. The biggest network, right?
Yeah.
The biggest network is the internet. Internet,
So
internet,
network,
yeah. Tell me.
then only internet is not the network. There
No,
are
no, no,
some.
no, no. See, you said the earlier. I heard your answer. When I asked the internet network, you said that internet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is correct, right? This is the one example for the internet, but this is the biggest. You said that the biggest network in the world. In the world is called the internet.
Internet.
Internet is, we say that it's form, right, using heterogeneous, heterogeneous, heterogeneous technologies, devices, systems, computers, and even the people, right?
Okay.
So that's what this biggest, why we say the biggest network. So these, even the home network is connected to the internet. Even our computer labs also in a school, they connected to the internet. Even the official computers, government institution or private institutions or whatever, the wherever the internet, wherever the network exit, so most of the network are connected to the internet. So that's why we say that it's the biggest network in the world,
Okay, sir.
right? It's a one example for the network, and it's the biggest network in the world. Apart from that, you can give the example LAN, local area network, is the kind of a network. MAN, metropolitan area, is a kind of a network. And we can say WAN, wide area network, is a kind of a network. We can say PAN, that is personal area network, that is kind of home network. We say this is small office, Soho network, small office, home office network, right? So these all are example for the computer network, right? LAN,
Okay.
MAN, WAN. So we will learn these things, each and everything, and what are the advantages and disadvantages, and what kind of a benefit you will get, and what kind of a technology, what kind of a resources, what kind of a methods you have under this system. Everything we will learn. Don't worry about that. So just take an understanding. The internet is only one example for the computer network. Other than that, we have these things. LAN, MAN, WAN, PAN. Those are one of other example for the computer network. Are you clear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Good. All right. All right. So what they are saying, internet is the example of the worldwide network computers that is growing at a rapid rate. Yeah. So see, every day what will happen, the computer, this when you talk about the internet, the internet growing like a magic thing, because
Yes.
every day thousands of computers are connected to the internet. Because when the development of the country, whatever the country, so they are adding new computer, new desktop, new laptop, even the new mobile phones, right? See, assuming that we say, for example, we say Apple company, right? So
Yeah.
most of the top 5 companies in the world, right, ranking in the world, most top 5 companies, so under IT, so technology behind the under.
Yeah.
So for example, we say Amazon, right, Google, right, and Microsoft, right? Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook, right? So these are leading the most wealthy companies in the world nowadays. And apart from that, apart from the IT technology, Leon Musk, they have what, Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla.
Yeah, right, they have that kind of aerodramatic systems, right? Those finding some what about the mass happen, the things like universal searching things and all,
Yes,
right? So
SpaceX.
yeah, very good. SpaceX, right? So that particular company also coming under this list. Apart from that, remember, many companies belongs to IT, right? Many companies,
Okay.
right? When you list down the top 10 companies in the world, I am pretty sure that, right, 90% of the top 10 companies are IT companies, right?
100%.
Right? Why? So see, you can understand the IT companies, the importance of the IT, right?
Yes.
Top 10 companies in the world. We are talking about the world, right? Not only one country, right? And the most of the billionaires came to, from that companies. For example, here earlier we have Bill Gates. Right now, Leon Musk is the number one. The second is the this Facebook, Mark Zucker, right? So those are the, even the, when you talk about the number one billionaires in the world, so they are coming from the IT background. They are coming from the IT companies, right?
Yes.
So yeah. Right. So need for computer networks. Now we should know why we use this network. What is the importance of this network? Right. Nowadays, computer networks are vital part. Vital means very important in any organization. Even not only organization, even the home. As even now we are locked down,
Yeah.
right? Right. We are locked down from today onwards, another 10 days, right? So what will happen if you
Yes.
don't have internet? Can you study? Can you join to the classes? Right? Right? Fortunately, we are lucky, we have internet connections, right? So you are also lucky student. You have everything.
Yes.
Yeah, your mothers, parents are giving everything. So you are lucky. So I am also lucky, I have some stuff, and my children also lucky, they have some stuff. Right? So what will happen, assuming that if the internet, if some other domestic people, if they can't afford the internet facility, if they can't afford the computers and all, what will happen? Can they connect it? No, they are isolated,
Mm.
right? That's what the importance of the computer network nowadays. What has happened is, because of this COVID situation, the IT technology, the technology proficiency is spread in around the world, right? Because now everybody knows of the, now most of the, even the most of the teachers, right? So most of the teachers, a lot of teachers doesn't have IT background, right? But now what will happen, they all adapted to that, because they can't do nothing using the network, right? If they don't have a network, so they are failed, right? They can't do, even they can't earn, right? They can't earn any sense. So that's what, right? That the technology given the vital role, you know, in this COVID situation, especially. So anyway, so that's what. So you should understand the real world importance of the computer network, right?
Okay.
Right. So first one, why they main thing, resource sharing. This resource sharing is a good. I'm my favorite word. This resource sharing. Why I am saying this favorite? The resource sharing, implies lot of things. So first of all, you should know what is this resources. Why they call resources? Any idea? You Edwin, right?
Edison.
Yeah, Edison. Sorry, Edison. Can you give me the idea about resource? What do you mean by the resource?
Resource. Um,
They are saying resource sharing is the main importance of the computer network. What do you think about this sentence or clause?
Information. Photos, pictures, videos, all those stuff.
Okay, that is resource means you say that, in other words, it's a data, right? Or
Okay.
the information. Or you can say documents. Got it?
Okay, sir.
So that is one thing. This is actually, these all are electronic things, right? Electronic documents, not hard papers and everything, right? These are everything electronic, the form of electronic documents such as PDF, Word document, Excel sheet, spreadsheet, word processing, those kind of things, right? Resource. That is one resource. Any other resources you can share through the network? Now you think, yeah, now you think of the practical way. Now I am saying the computer network is connected by using the computer network, you can do resource sharing. So as you said, you say that, okay, data, information, documents can be shared among others. That is totally correct. Okay. In other words, you can say electronic document can be shared by each and every person. That is correct. Any other resources apart from these document stuff? What kind of things you can share through the internet?
Uh, our personal informations.
Yeah, that is under this, no, Baba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other thing?
Any other? No idea, sir.
Okay, no worries. So see, using now, see, now we do what? Now we do collaborative activity. So we are doing video conferencing,
Oh.
right? Or the, we say that kind of a some meeting, online meeting, right? This is what, so we are sharing knowledge, right?
Yeah.
And we can share our expertise, and we can share our experience through online, through the network, right? Got it?
Yes. Yes,
Good.
sir.
And not only that, see, resource sharing means resources, the computer, now you should know the what are the network resources. I will say network resources are like this. You can say the network printer is a resource. Network printer, everybody get connected to that printer, they can take printout. Network scanner is a resource, right? Or whatever the mobile network, we have a soft, we say the network phone. Or another way we can say soft phone, soft, soft phone.
Okay.
Soft phone, right? We have IP phone. So this is for voice communication over the internet. Now, Skype call is what? Skype call, you can get a voice
Video.
communication. Yeah, video conference, voice communication. Even the WhatsApp, Viber, they are having voice communication over the internet. So we don't
Yes.
want to have these mobile connections to get a call. We can use WhatsApp, Viber by using those things. So by using our data connection, we are accessing, we are getting connected with people, right? Getting connected with people, right? So network printers, network scanners, even the network drive, for example, Google Drive, right?
Yeah.
We are accessing Google Drive, we are accessing, for example, Microsoft OneDrive, right? We are accessing Dropbox. There are some, the space, virtual space in the cloud, cloud network. So cloud network is, cloud network, or we say that cloud computing. Cloud computing belongs to the internet. Now somewhere
What's
the
cloud
cloud,
computing?
yeah, that's what the cloud computing means. Baba, it's a kind of an internet, the connection, between, it's cloud means, but it's sky, right? Cloud means sky. What do you
Yeah.
mean by cloud computing means? we are having the computers not only physical way, it's in the virtual manner. Virtual manner means we can't touch and feel, but we know that there's a network like that. For example, assuming that you know Google Drive, right?
Yes.
Can you touch Google Drive? Can you touch
No.
it? No. Do you know the where that Google Drive? Is there any physical location like my house? No.
No.
Right? We say that the Google Drive is on the cloud. Actually, cloud means it's a it's under somewhere in the internet. Very simple. It's connected to the internet, right?
Okay.
Actually, physically, see Microsoft. You know Microsoft company?
Yes.
Yeah, Microsoft company is the main manufacturer of this software, the Windows platform. They have big virtual data centers. We say data centers. Data centers are the places where they keep their data, right? So
Okay.
data centers, Baba, they are making those data centers in a physical location, but no one can access using physical. We have to connect through the cloud. Cloud means through the internet. Got it?
Yes.
Actually, there are physical places. The data center should be there somewhere, no? Otherwise, how we can store our data? So there has to be some computers in there, right? There has to be
Yes.
some main computers, main servers, right? Has to be somewhere in the place, right?
Physically.
So what do you mean by cloud means using the internet connection, we are going to access that. Got it?
Yes.
But we can't go and drive and go to the place. Hi Google Drive, can you give my data? Not like that, no. Right? So we are accessing from the cloud. Cloud means internet. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So cloud computing is, Baba, referring to the data information which is reside on the internet, but which is we can't physically access, but we can virtually access through the internet. Got it?
Yes.
Right, right. Sometimes you can't understand everything, but you just get an idea. So you just get an idea what I am saying. Then only gradually I am talking these things every day, every classes, and then you will familiar. You will get familiar these new words, new things, right?
Yeah.
When you learn IT, I said that it's a technology, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Practically we should do.
yeah, yeah. This is this book stuff are nothing but even you can read and you can understand, but whatever the environment you have to understand first.
Yes.
All right, so resource sharing is like that, right? So now you know the resources, right? See what they say printers, fax machine, modems, scanners, right? Those are resources. And next one, file sharings and remote database access. File sharing. Oh, so this is come to play. It's like this. I will come up with a diagram, then you can understand. Before coming to the file sharing, you should understand what do you mean by server computer, right? I will show you some photos from the
Okay.
internet. I can browse some photos, right? Computer server. Server computer. Baba, these are server computers, right?
Okay.
Right. So these are
These are only the CPUs.
no. Remember. So I will tell you.
Okay.
Right. You can see this photo, right?
Yes, sir.
Wait. Right. right? So remember this one. See, these are laptop, even the desktop. We call them as a client computers, client computers. Even you can add these to smartphone, tablet, notebook, small computer, the palm top, right? So whatever the client, we call them as a client end devices, client end devices. Okay,
Okay,
even your smartphone, whatever the phone is, client computer. Client is, every time client, what the client doing, client requesting information, requesting information. See, if I have a mobile phone, smartphone, we say I have Apple phone. So I using my Apple phone, I am accessing Facebook. I am accessing YouTube. I am accessing whatever the website, right? So what I am doing from client, I am every time when I get connected to the internet, what I am asking, okay, give me the Facebook, www.facebook.com. I am typing URL and asking my this web Facebook. I want to Gmail. I am going to gmail.com and I want to access my Gmail. So I want to look at YouTube, right? So everything I am requesting. From where going to I am request? That is I am requesting from the server computer. Server computer. So server computer, unlike the client computer, it is a special computer, right? So now we should learn what is the specialty of this. I will tell you the specialty of this because the server computer has more power than PCs, more power, or we can say more processing power than normal laptops, our day-to-day use or desktop, right?
yeah,
Right. So more power, has more processing power. All right. And
yes,
not only that, they have more hard disk space. For example, if our laptop has normally 2 terabyte or 1 terabyte, or we say 500 GB, something like that. But in hard disk, this server machine, they have 25 terabyte, 10 terabyte, big capacity of data storage. Data storage is very higher. Data storage capacity is higher than the normal client machines like laptop, desktop, mobile phone, and
yeah,
not only the hard disk capacity, memory capacity, computer memory capacity, right? The computer memory capacity, Baba, very higher than the normal client computers. They have even some servers, they have terabyte of RAM capacity. Because if you have a more RAM, your machine is get more performance. Remember that, more RAM. That's what everybody looking the computer. When you buying a computer, you have to look at the major thing is what is the amount of RAM,
RAM,
amount or the capacity of RAM. For example, 4 GB,
4 GB RAM,
8 GB, 16 GB, whatsoever. So if you have more RAM, that means your machine will get more fast, because it's like this. We say you have a tournament, you have a team, we say you have big team, athletic team. You have a tournament
okay,
next month. Now you are going to Patrice. You all going to Patrice. You have, we say, 25 people, 25 athletes. They are going to Patrice. So if they have small, we say if they have like 10 feet small area of ground, is it enough to make
No.
it? No, even you can't move it, right?
Yeah.
It's right. That's that. So if you have a big ground like Ketarama, like SSC, right? Then 25, even 50 people, 100, that is fine, right? Because
Yes.
more space are there, right?
Yeah.
Understand the concept?
Yes.
Yeah,
Understood.
yeah. That means you can do your activities without any issue, right?
Yes.
Right. So that is called the capacity of the computer memory, right? Okay. And not only that, now I said that hard disk capacity is high in the server computers, and the memory capacity, RAM, random access memory, or the memory capacity is high. I said the processing speed of the computer, that means the brain of the computer, processing speed. Processing speed are measured by gigahertz.
Mhm.
Gigahertz, right? For example, we say 2.5 gigahertz, 1.5 gigahertz, 3.4 gigahertz. Sometimes they have many processors, computer processor, that is the brain of the computer, right? These things we will learn later in detail, right? So just to
Yes.
get understanding, so what is about the computer server? This is not a normal computer like our laptop, desktop, palm top, notebook, not like this, right? So this is the computer which has more processing power, which has more hard disk capacity, which has more memory capacity, and it can handle many tasks at once, many tasks, right? It have many tasks at once. Oh, its specialty is it can work parallelly. Parallelly. Even the computers also can parallelly work, but server computers, assuming that it's like this.
So
See
through
now,
which medium is the server computers connected to our computers?
yeah, through the internet.
Oh, okay.
Assuming that, see, now I don't know whether you have a Facebook or whatever the account. If assuming that you have a Facebook account, right? If you have a Facebook account, now Facebook servers are there, no? Facebook servers are there. So Facebook server is a big computer which has those capacities what I told earlier, and they have our accounts, millions of accounts they are keeping in one particular server. Assuming that in our Colombo area, right, at the same time, for the 1 second, when you take a 1 second, what do you think? How many requests go into these servers? Everybody asking normal evening time. Okay, they are accessing Facebook. Please give me a 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 Facebook. Assuming that 100,000 transactions, 100,000
Yeah.
requests comes at the same time, simultaneously. At the same time, simultaneously. What will happen? Do you heard that any day this Facebook has shut down? No.
No.
This will not get shut down because it has a many servers, right? Many servers, but one particular server can support 100,000 client access at the same time. So now you can feel that, you have to feel it, you can feel that this server computers, how much of capacity and how much of processing power should it has,
Yeah.
right? So to cope up and to take to cater the 100,000 requests at the same time, so without disturbing to the any request, They are serving to each and every request. Okay, this is your Facebook. Here, this is your profile. Here, this is your chat books. This is your accessing, browser. This is your Facebook address. Everything, right? So how that handle, how that manipulation happen because of the
So,
power of power of this server. Understand now?
yes, sir.
Edison, you should know the difference between the client and the server, right?
Yeah,
Client is
our
a small,
computers.
it's same as like our computers. Very personal, we are used for personal things, no?
Yeah,
Right? We don't use no business purposes, no? Right? But
yeah,
there are some computers we can use business purpose. But as a normal way, these computers, laptop, desktop are used for personal usage. That's why we say that personal computers, no?
PC.
PCs means personal computers, no? But server is not a personal computer. That's what you have to understand. It's a
Yes,
far more beyond that, right? And even the prices very expensive, right? Very nowadays, IT stuff is very expensive. At
yes,
the moment, if you have a laptop, if you break, if whatsoever, if you breaking down your laptop screen, nowadays laptop screen more than 19,000 in Sri Lankan
mm,
rupees, 19,000. So I urge you to protect your everything, right? Like your eyes, don't break it unnecessarily, right? Very expensive these at the moment, because I am in IT field, so we do IT businesses, laptop, desktop, printer repairs. Even actually our client, we can't give the prices, very expensive. So very expensive these hardware stuff. Even the importance are imported stuff are, they have stop it now. Very, it's like a very your laptop, whatever your desktop at the moment are you, if you are using, you protect it like eyes, right? Because it's
yes,
very important stuff nowadays, so you have to keep it safe, right? All right, so this is about the server computer, right? Okay, I think you have get idea, right?
yes, sir.
Okay, good. So this now you should know, file share now. Server computer. Now I will come to under server computer. I said that we have, I will say this also. What do you mean by the internet? Internet is, so assuming this is the, this is like this is a server computer, right? So I
Okay,
am very bad at drawing stuff, right? Don't worry, but I can manage it, right? This is the server computer,
okay,
and this is the client computer, right? This is called Baba client server architecture. Client server architecture, right? So
okay,
this internet is 100% based on this client server architecture. This is client. This would be
okay.
Baba, as I said, this could be a laptop,
Or desktop.
desktop or smartphone, whatever the network enabled device. On a good word, I am saying good word, network
Okay, enabled device.
enabled. Yes, enabled. What do you mean by network enable? That means you can browse it and you can access
Medium.
the internet. That's the idea about network enabled device.
Okay,
So we have all, right? I mean, you should, you also have, you have a mobile phone where you can access the internet. You have a laptop which is get
Ah,
connected to the internet, and you have a desktop which is get connected to the internet. You know, things like that. So whatever the device, even the tabs and all, everything, yeah, get connected to the internet. We call them as a network enabled device. Why we call them as a network enabled device? Because we can access the internet. Very simple, right?
yeah.
All right. So now laptop, desktop, from these things, what we do, as I said, I am requesting, request. Every time what I am doing, I am request.
Requesting
Requesting what? We are requesting information, something.
information.
For example, requesting a web or website, whatever the website you like. And the server computer, what they do, they are providing, they are responding, they are response our request. If you have internet connection, they are giving YouTube. If you are internet connection, they are giving Facebook, whatever the website, your school website, whatever the thing they can give. But you should get connected to the internet. So this is the client server architecture. So internet is merely depend on this architecture, where you are accessing, you are requesting the information from the server computer. Server computer, every time they are share, responding according to the request. They are not normally, they are not rejecting. If they rejecting, that means you are not authorized, right? If they are rejecting, that means you are not get connected to the internet, right? So if the server and the client computer is not get connected properly, somewhere in the middle, the network connection drop down. So those are the causes, issues, problems, right? Troublesome coming between the computers, right? But apart from that, right, if you have a good internet connection, you are good to go, right? No issue,
Yes.
right? So this is Baba client server architecture, right? This is client server architecture is merely based on the internet, right? So internet use this technology, right? So in the internet, they have many servers and they have many clients. They get connected and each other, they are sharing, exchanging information between, right? That's how it works,
Yes.
right? You
Okay, sir.
understand, right? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right. Sometimes you might not understand everything, but no, don't worry. So you will be get familiar, right?
Yeah.
Right. Right. All right. So this is client. So assuming that I will, so this is the, I will give some example of servers. Now server computer, we call them as a web servers are there. We have email servers are there, right? Email servers are there. We have some remote access servers are there. Remote access servers are there, right? And we have authentication servers. Don't worry about these words. This is
Okay.
nothing but I will teach later. Authenticator servers are there, right? Some we say email servers, web servers, remote access servers, right? File servers are there, right? File servers are there. Print servers are there. Print servers are there, right? Now, because see, you understand the concept, what I'm saying, right? Concept. There is
Yes.
nothing by hard, right? So print server means, Baba, that means, assuming that the many, we say, assuming that big organization, right? A big organization, for example, actually, I were working Unilever, right? More than I think 15 years, right? So I were working in 3 multinational companies, HP, Linde,
Mm.
right? Those companies. So we have many users, right? Many users, right? Sometime more than 1,000, right? So those users get connected to our company network, right? Assuming that we have a printer, big printer machine. This printer machine get connected to the many people, right? So what the print server does is there is a server computer that's all the printers in the company, we will get connected to this server. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And we are providing access to the user even. So when the user have access this server, that means user can get whatever the print out from any of the printer they like, unless they have not authority. Some printers, they don't have authority, right? But most of the printers, they can have authority. Printer is, you are taking a printout, no, right? It's nothing but you are taking a printout through the internet, right? So that's the idea about the print server. Print server means the server computer, but more all the network printers, all the printers are get connected to this server. And what we do is we are providing rights to users to access the printer through this server. Got it? Through this server,
Yeah.
right? Right. That means if the user wants to get the printout from whatever the printer they like in the company, they can come to the server, they can request it, and they can get it. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the purpose of the print server. That means print server, basic idea is to all the printers in the company get connected to that server, all right? And we'll ask to each and every user if they want to come and take the printout. Okay, you come and get connected to this server through our company network and make use of it. All right?
Yes.
Good. So same as you think about the file server. What do you mean by the file server? File means the
Sorry.
data, documents, right? So file server, the purpose of the file server is we are keeping the big capacity of hard disk here, big capacity of hard disk, and we are asking, okay, you can keep your data.
Storing data.
Very good. Storing and retrieving data from the file server, right? We are keeping, storing, editing, modifying data, but the data is reside on the file server. But whenever you have access, even you are out of the country, but you are get connected to the internet, you can come and access. Even you are at mobile, you are working as a mobile user, like home user, right? But through the internet you can get connected to the server and get access to whatever the files you like. So that is called file sharing. File sharing. File sharing. So what this particular file server does it, they 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 make the environment, the users come and keep their files whenever necessary, right? And they can access and they can retrieve data whenever necessary. Got it? The
Yes, sir.
file sharing, right? They don't want to keep their files in their personal laptops or desktop. They can keep their company data in that server itself. So whenever they want, they can go and access. That is called file sharing. So this to make use of this file sharing, right? You should have what? You should have an internet, and you should have some sharing policies are there, some sharing concept are there. So they will trigger from the server level and will ask to user to come and access our files or their files. Got it?
Yeah, sir.
So this is the service, right? These are services, right? Remember, the server computer, every time they are doing some services to other client computers, they are doing functionalities, they are helping, supporting, right? Make use of the data, right? Access the devices, right? And
Servers are the root of those.
sorry.
Servers are the root of the clients.
Yeah, you can say like that. Yeah, okay. So web server, on the other hand, web server is earlier what I told. So that means whatever the website you need, okay, give me a Google, give me a Facebook, give me a Yahoo, give me a Amazon, whatever. So every company, they are having their own web servers, and they connected to the internet, right? So most of the client can access those data, whatever the authorized data from that particular servers, whatever the account. So every servers, they maintain the user profile. Right. Okay, now I want to tell you another thing. What do you mean by this database?
Database.
Database is a kind of a repository, right? We say that DB like this. This is a symbol of the database in the IT, right? Database is a repository. Repository means it's a kind of a storage location where we can keep our data, and whenever necessary we can retrieve. Retrieving means we are getting back, right? We are storing. So database concept comes, we can store in data, we can update in data, we can modify the update. So it's a update means it's a modification, alteration. We can give a lot of the amending, right? Amending, modification, alteration, right? Those are the updation. Even the deletion also kind of updation, you can say that, right? Storing, entering new data, right? Adding data, right? Deleting data, modifying data, everything, right? So if you have a database, it's called the data storage location. It's like a data repository where you can keep and store and modify data, right? So every computer system has a database. Even you say that in your school you have a student registration system. In the student registration system, they keep your records. What's your student name, student address, date of birth, parents details, everything, marks and all, lectures, everything. So they are keeping those record in the table. Table is what? Table is it's a collection of rows and columns, right?
Yeah.
Rows and columns. So they are keeping your data, right? Each and every student data. Whenever necessary, they can use to modify and everything. So that is called database, right? Every computer system, they use the database. Normally at the moment in the IT, we have database in an industry level database. We have Oracle database. We have a SQL database. We have a MySQL database. Those are the dominant, databases at the moment, right? In a big companies. And normal database, we have Access. Microsoft Access is a small relational database management system, right? We call them as this is not only the database management system. That means you can manage whatever the data which is reside on this database, right? Database management system. In short term, we call them as a DBMS, database management system, right? So this is the concept. Don't think about much of this. Very simple to think, right? Assuming that you have a storage in your, assume that you have a cupboard in your home. You are
Okay.
keeping whatever the valuable things, your watch, your chain, your money, your mobile, your whatever the gold, you keep it, right? Whenever necessary, you
Yes.
are accessing, right? And you keep it, something like that. It's a kind of a database where you can keep even the documents, right? Your personal documents, your birth certificate, your whatever the certificate, your original certificate. So that is not normally birth certificate and our education certificate. We are not keeping on the front, right? We are not keeping
Yeah.
on our table, right? We keep it in a safer way, right? Same thing. Whatever the computer system, Their
Yes.
data is important, right? They don't want to show that those data to everybody, right? So those
Yes.
should be protected somewhere. So that is the logical place. The database is a kind of a logical thing where we can keep our data in our computer, right? So that's what these database management system exist in the world, right?
Okay, sir.
All right. Right. So now we will go through these things, right? File sharing and remote database access. A computer network allows sharing of files and access to remote database. You can easily access the files stored on the various computers on the network. Right? Networking allows many people to work simultaneously on the data. We know that, right? The networking allows many people to access simultaneously at the same time. This is the good work, right? Simultaneously. So you have to know these special words, huh? These are at the same time, right? At the same time,
Okay, sir.
right? So easy of communication, right? Computer networks allow people to communicate through emails. Yes, we know email facility. I remember I put the email server. You remember that, right? Email server.
Yes.
So one of the server email. So assuming you have a Gmail. Gmail have a server, Baba, right? The Google
What's the
company.
difference between Gmail and email?
Good. Baba, email is right. Email is electronic document, right? Electronic document, electronic document where we can send, where we can send like a letter, like a message, right? That is called email. Email is a common thing. So the kind of a email the, is a Gmail. Gmail is a name.
Oh,
Yahoo is a name of, right, email. So these are emails. So Outlook is the email. So these are email clients.
okay.
Clients. So several types. So we have a Yahoo email, Gmail, Hotmail, right? Hotmail. So this everything is emails, right? But the type
Yes.
of email, the name, it's like this.
Applications.
Yeah, you have a milk powder. Yeah, you have what? You have an anchor. You have a what? You have a ratti. You have a Maliban, right? And you have a Highland, which is rare now, right? You can't find a Highland, right? Something like that. Even the butter, you have extra, you have a flora, you have palavatta, right? You have a, whatever the butter you call, right? So it's
Yeah.
everything now butter, right? You
Yes.
apply on the loaf of bread and you eat, right?
Yes.
So that's that. So same thing. If you want to send an email, you can send through the Gmail, you can send to the Yahoo, you can send to the Outlook, you can use in the Hotmail, right? Even see now
Yes.
I will show you my email address. I mean my official email. These are some professional email Outlook. These are my
Okay.
company emails, right? See, this is called Microsoft Outlook,
Mm.
right? See my sending emails, right? My these are my inbox. These are my sent items,
So,
right?
but in different applications, we should keep different email ID, right? Or
Yeah. We should have different email ID because it should be independent to that particular things, no?
yes.
I see. It's like this. Gmail, Gmail Baba. We say my Gmail is Samantha at gmail.com. This is my email address. So
Yes.
no one else can get this email address. Samantha at no, only to me. But someone can get Samantha1 at Gmail. That is different than this. So this is called account. Account. My account. Gmail account. Gmail account should be unique
Yes.
with other. But if you have access, if you know the username and password, then you can access that particular email. That's going. Many students say that sometimes. Okay, I have hacked Gmail. What they did, what they, they have seen the, whatever the username and password on the paper, the some of the student wrote, and they take the screenshot and they are accessing. That's called hacking, right?
Mm.
They call as hacking. It's not a hacking, right? It's just to,
Yes.
we say that it call, we say shoulder tapping. Shoulder tapping means, by beyond your shoulder, someone look at your keystroke. That means they are look at how you are typing your password, right? There are some people,
Okay.
they can smarter way, they can, memorize things. So remember, when you use your when you type your password, no one is looking at you, right?
Yes.
So there are some shoulder tapping, shoulder surfing, lot of things are there. We will learn later those things, I will tell you. Though these are, practical things, right? Right. Okay. So now you know the computer network of importance, right? Right.
Yes.
Okay, now we will move into the this type of computer network, right? So LAN, first of all, LAN, local area network. So what they say, the computer network that is limited to the local area such as laboratory, labs, computer labs, school and office building. Yes, right. So that is the local area network. This one, right? Normally, assuming that the computer lab is like this, right? I will draw the computer labs. Normally, we say these are computers. These all computers are get connected to the switch. This is called switch. Switch has ports,
Yes.
right? This switch is get connected to the router. This is called router. Router is get connected to the cloud. Cloud called internet.
Okay.
That's the setup works, right? So this is the internet, right? This is your router. Before router, these all computers are interlinked from the switch. Each and every cable layered from the, some way, some casing, it coming to the workstation somewhere from the ground, right? Like this. They connected through the cables. Okay. So the
Yes.
switch is the interconnection of computers. So there's another cable, is special cable, we say uplink. Uplink can link. We are providing the link, uplink. This uplink is connected to the router. That means all the, because this should be interlinked, router also should be interlinked with the switch, no, otherwise they can't access the internet, no. So the connection comes router. Normally connection come from the here cloud. Cloud is, we say we have a dialog go SLT, whatever the ISP. From the cloud they are coming, they are providing the internet connection, right? Like this, they are giving the router. From the router, this router can get giving that connection to the switch. From the switch, once the switch get the connection, switch will distribute each and every computers which is connected to the switch. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So that's how the link communication happen. Link communication. The computers are get connected to the switch. The switch is get connected to the router. The router is get connected to the internet. So from the internet, What do you mean by internet? It could be ISP, internet service provider. Internet service provider is the company which is providing the internet facility to your household, domestic or enterprise level. That is called in Sri Lanka Dialog. In Sri Lanka SLT. These are the
Yes.
main competitors in Sri Lanka, Dialog and SLT. So they are providing the internet facility to domestic people and the enterprise level people or enterprise level companies, right? So from the Dialog or SLT, we are getting the internet connection. For that, they are asking a rental. So actually, we are getting the connection, lease connection. I mean, monthly basic, we have to pay 2,500, 1,500, 3,000 per month, depending on the data capacity you are accessing, right? From that connection
Yes.
comes to our home router, SLT, fiber router, whatever the router you have at home. From the router, you will get connected, but at the normally the router directly connected to the computers, normally home level. But when you talk about the company, because company has a big data, the security wise and all, we use a switch. From the switch only we get connected to the computers. That's how this is called LAN connection. Local area connection means, LAN means it's limited to the single building or multiple building, right? Single building or multiple building, right? But in a LAN computer, you have more should be two or more computers. Sometimes 1,000 of computers also possible, because big companies, assuming that the same building, some companies, I have heard about yeah, my boss, my company boss, he work in,
Okay.
I think, Oman, right? Oman. He said that they are working, their company building is the same building, they are nearby building. The one building is, the length of the one building is 2 kilometers. Just assuming that
2 kilometers.
2 kilometers, the building, right?
Okay.
Not in Sri Lanka, this is abroad, the Gulf country, right? So, but there he said that over 3,000 30,000 employees over there, 30,000. So but they are using the same network. Got it?
Yes.
Single building or multiple building, they have a big, that kind of a big land also there, right?
Okay, sir.
Right. So you should know the local area networks limited to the single building or multiple building. So our school is a school network is a LAN network. Our laboratory, our labs, even labs are get connected to each other. Those are LANs, local area network, right? Even so, those are LANs, right? Laboratory, school labs, school network, even our company network also LAN, local area network, right? Company network, we say we have a building, company building, we have 1,000 users. The 1,000 users have 1,000 of computers. That is called LAN computer, because it's a single building. That
Okay.
way it confined to the single building, right? Got
Okay,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So this is called here. See, network limited to the local area, laboratory, school or office building. You can say this limited to the single building. Single building or multiple building.
Okay, sir.
Right. Here personal area network. This is our home network, PAN network. So you can say another network, the personal area is a home network. Whatever the, see,
Wi-Fi.
whatever,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever our devices are get connected through the Wi-Fi, right? So it's like this. We are smart TV get connected. We have a smartphone connected. We are network printer connected. We are computer, desktop, whatever the networking enabled devices get connected to the router. This is called router. router is straight away connected to the internet. This is called cloud, right? This is called personal area network. The personal area network is a computer network organized around a person. It is used for communication between devices such as phone, personal digital assistant. We say PDAs, personal digital assistants, printers, laptop that are in close proximity. Close proximity those are very nearby. Nearby, close proximity, right? You can use these networks to transfer files, sharing documents, right, between these devices, right? That is called, so personal, PDAs, personal digital. I will show the PDAs from the internet, right? PDAs. Right, nowadays these are not used by, but this is called PDAs. It's like a sorry, you have like earlier, I think nowadays also you have BlackBerry, right? BlackBerry compute, BlackBerry piece, BlackBerry phone. So BlackBerry is very famous, right? It was very famous before come iPhone and all, right? So BlackBerry is the dominant mobile phone before coming iPhone, right? Because I also having the BlackBerry earlier, right? See, very smartphone. It's like a PC. It's like a computer. Nowadays also we have the latest BlackBerry touch phone. It's very expensive. Normally these are used by like CEOs, some top level management, some some luxury.
Are these expensive than iPhones?
Somewhat expensive than, but these are very expensive than iPhone. But but there are now iPhone. Latest iPhone is very expensive, no? But
Yes.
you can compare and contrast. But anyway, the BlackBerry is kind of a some how do you call? We call that it's like a CEO level, some very advanced level mobile phone. But nowadays, nobody use BlackBerries because the iPhone is a dominant one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so metropolitan area. This is a bigger version of land, Baba, right? Bigger version. It's like this,
Okay.
right? Bigger version of land. Assuming that you say that, we say like this. We have a building here. After building, we have here road, some road, right? Here vehicles moving. Here another building here. Sometimes the same city, right? And here some road, some houses, but here another some building here. This is like a big campus network. Metropolitan
Okay.
area, good example for the campus network. Because if you talk about the absurd, big university, those buildings are very huge. So they are scattered to huge town, right? They have multiple buildings. They have, for example, now even look at in Colombo University, we have Soundare, in another location. We have some, main entrances from, this Torrington. From there you can access, right? So, but there are even the this commerce building and some this business administration. Those buildings are but nearby, but sometimes they are crossing the roads. They are crossing some roads and some houses, but it's nearby, right? It's called campus network. So So one building has a one network, LAN 1. The another building has another LAN connection, LAN 2, LAN 3. But here this LAN 1, the same network, the same is a campus network. So if you refer all together, these all network called metropolitan area network. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Metropolitan area network. Why we are saying metropolitan area networks? They are scattered nearby, right? But they are not limited to the one building. Remember. So
Yes.
normally these metropolitan area network is around the city, around the city. We see Colombo City. Colombo City, they have one building over, we say Dehiwala, another building called somewhere, right? Likewise, right? Edison, you are where do you live?
Colombo 15.
Colombo 15. Yeah, we say that Colombo 15 is one place. We say we have a factory there. We say now we have a Bambalapiti, another factory. We have a Valavatta, another factory. We have a Dehiwala, something like that. So these are connected, get connected. That is called metropolitan area, right? Got it?
Okay. Yes.
But it's a bigger version of LAN. LAN is it is limited to the single building, no?
Yes.
This is not only limited to the single building, but far more beyond that. Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Metropolitan area network is a computer network that usually covers the large area than the LAN, right? For example, network that connects two offices in the this one, right? See, there are two offices. See, office 1 and office 2. Very simple. This is office 1 and this is office 2, right?
Okay.
Office B and office A. So office B has a network, LAN. This is also LAN. These two are get connected.
Man.
This is called MAN.
Okay.
Okay. But this is the same branch. Sometimes this is a, we say office A is a head office. This is the branch, something like that.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay, Baba. So today we'll stop the class for this, right? So we will continue the,
Okay, sir.
and I think, yeah, today is 20. Can you, because you know we need to finish anyway. We 4 classes. What date you will be free, Baba? Normally,
Mm, I will be free at
because now you know these days lockdown, no. So because of lockdown, morning I can do the classes. I don't know how about your schedule. So you just don't want to say now. You just talk to your mom and you just normally I can do like morning, like 8:30 to 10, right? 8:30 to 10 or something like that. I can do a class like that. So anyway, we will plan to finish 4 session. Uh,
per week.
no, 4 session on before this 31st or on 31st we have to finish 4 session. Now today we have done 1 session, another 2 3 session from today onwards up to 31st, right? I will be free because of the lockdown. I think next 10 days there will be a lockdown here, so I don't want to go out here. Because of that, morning sessions I can do it. If you don't have any classes, you just message me, sir, can we I can do a class, then we will do it, because anyway we have to finish
Okay,
four
sir.
days class on this month. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, apart from that, now just give me a brief about how the session today. Did you understand? How was it?
Yes, I understood today's session.
Okay.
It was good.
Okay, right. I mean, whatever I am saying, you will understand. You can understand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you? How do you compare? I think you have another earlier teacher. What do you think in a specialty of this class?
Uh, my school teacher runs so fast, so I don't understand anything.
Okay.
So now I understand this very well.
Okay. Right.
I'm just weak in those HTML, QBasic, all those parts.
No
That's my
worries.
issue.
We will manage. So anyway, this e-world book is recently you starting, right? Your chapter.
Yes.
Now where your school teacher doing?
No, in grade 7 now it's behind leave. In grade 7, HTML and QBasic, all those work.
You are talking about grade 7. But grade
Yes.
8, have they started grade 8?
No, not still.
Not still. Then we are ahead. We are ahead, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's better. Actually, I brought your book. Don't worry, I have your book with me,
Okay,
Rahul.
sir.
So now we can do all the session and all everything in your book. Okay, then we'll wind up today class. So you just
Sir,
okay.
can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
So I'm using a PC from next class onwards. I will join through PC, but my Wi-Fi is too slow. I don't know how to connect to hotspot, mobile hotspot. I'm using Windows 10 Pro into 64, that software. In that settings, there's no mobile hotspot option. How to do connect
No,
it, sir?
no, Baba. Mobile hotspot is you have a laptop, right?
No, desktop.
Now you are trying to connect mobile hotspot which desktop or laptop?
From mobile to computer.
Desktop computer.
Yes.
Yeah, Baba, desktop computer you can't have a hotspot because you should for that you have to get a wireless Wi-Fi this Wi-Fi card, right?
Okay.
This wireless card. Wait, I uh, Wi-Fi adapter. So this is what you want because this Wi-Fi adapter they will I think Daras it has no Daras I think you say Daras. Yeah, this chip, this small chip you have to buy
Okay.
it. You have to put it to. It's very expensive. Very I mean it's cheaper. See, 800
Yeah.
something like that. You can get it one this and you can get connected to your desktop USB. Right.
Okay.
Once you get connected to USB, it will show like this the available Wi-Fi connection like this. Then you can create a
Okay.
hotspot in your mobile and you can get connected
Okay, sir.
because mobile laptop only get this Wi-Fi inbuilt, but desktop they don't have it. You have to use the adapter.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. Bye.